he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Why did you just do that? You moaned like, I don't even know what you moaned like, but I don't want to hear it again.
Hey, welcome to the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, y'all. I'm Frankie Beverly.
Nah.
I mean, I'm Garrett Legley-Henson.
And I'm Terry Ricardo DeShazo the second. The deuce is loose. www.dhls. DHLS. www.dhlspod.com, baby.
And you can find us on the Colorcast app on your Apple device. We're going to be doing the Barcelona-Real Madrid game this Sunday, El Clasico, biggest game in world football. So make sure to come check out your boys, the Habitual Line Steppers. We're going to be bringing you a production for that game that you won't see anywhere else.
Yeah.
We're going to have Barca fans, Madrid fans, soccer fans, people who don't like soccer at all. So come join us on that for a one-of-a-kind El Clasico experience in a year which both teams suck.
Yep, we're going to make the least interesting El Clasico be the most interesting to watch, or to listen to at least. That's all I can say.
I can promise you that. And with no further ado, Terry, I know we have Clasico talk. I know we got Barcelona Real Madrid that's fresh on our minds, but we're going to make all y'all wait to the end of the podcast to hear it. This is a old school YouTube trick.
Or we can clip. We can just do a 10-minute clip on it.
Yeah, we'll probably do it. We're going to do both. But here's the thing, man. The NBA starts tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
With that, we are going to bring a season preview to y'all. So last year, you may remember, we previewed each conference. We did over-unders, where we thought they were going to finish. We gave our predictions for the East, predictions to the West. We're not doing that this year.
The big one.
Yeah. This year, we're going to try a little something different. We're not going to talk about every team. We have 7 burning questions for this season ahead, Terry. And with those 7 questions, we're going to touch on a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and give the people what they want. So with no further ado, buddy, Terry, what is your first burning question for this NBA season?
Oh, you already know the number one question that everybody's talking about. What in the hell is Kyrie Irving doing with his life? Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Are they going to trade him? What's going to go down with Kyrie, man? I really just got to know what this kid's thinking and what he's going to do. Because the NBA said the vaccine mandate, it's not going away. It's only going to stay. It's there to stay. It's like polio. It's like measles.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to go to public school unless you had measles vaccine. The NBA is like, look, man, you're not going to be allowed to play in these certain stadiums if you don't get the vaccine. And it is what it is. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with this situation, man? He's being a little weirdo.
In the words of Gloria Irving, Kyrie Irving's aunt, this isn't a health problem. This is a morality problem.
Oh, excuse me, Gloria.
Yeah. See, you were doing all this thing about Kyrie Irving, the basketball player, and you forgot about Kyrie Irving, the world philosopher.
Oh, God.
Kyrie Irving is making a stand. He said, Colin Kaepernick, if you can take a knee for social injustice, I could take a seat with 2 cheeks for the whole season.
Oh, okay.
For all the everyday workers that don't want to get the vaccine, for all the ticket and parking attendants who work for the Nets who don't want to get the vaccine, I'll be the people's champ.
Yep.
Okay?
That's
Turn to me in times of darkness, and I'll be your guy to light forward. That's what Kyrie's doing. He's trying to stand on principle.
Hey, I like it.
Kyrie, if he had been paying attention in school, he would have known it's a lot easier to stand on principle when you're not on a flat earth. Right? We got gravity pushing you down. And so I expect Kyrie Irving to go through a gap year.
Oh, he's just not going to play this whole year?
He's not going to play this whole year. He may not play again next year. I think Kyrie Irving is going to try to take a
mental break.
No, I think he's going to try to do a Muhammad Ali, Colin Kaepernick watershed moment, but he doesn't understand properly the significance of what he's doing and why he's doing it. And he thinks he's about to be like a worldwide icon and leader, and he's really just a jerk.
We're doing a mental health year. Mental health year. I'm just going to
or two.
I can't see it.
Basketball until we'll say 2022 at the very least.
Yeah.
He won't play basketball the rest of this year.
You don't think he's going to play the whole season? He's just not a normal person, man.
I don't know if I'm giving myself an out. I'm saying the rest of the calendar year, 2021, you won't see Kyrie Irving play basketball.
2022?
Yep. And
here's
even
the thing, though.
Maybe the fall of 2022.
Like, here's the thing, though. He's dug so deep into this vaccine thing. It's like, even if he does get the vaccine, are the Nets going to let him play? Or they're just going to be like, you know what? You caused us so much trouble. I think I'm still going to get rid of you. Like, it's kind of ridiculous with this whole stance.
If he gets the vaccine, he'll play. But he's not getting the vaccine.
There's no way he's getting the vaccine. He loves to double down, triple down, quadruple down.
He's been contrarian. He's been Dave Chappelle, the conspiracy brother from Undercover Brother. The last couple of years. Since he's
the zigzag dude
in Boston, and everyone started being like, the team is worse without him. I feel like he's been kind of like building to a my life is greater than basketball moment. And this is it. And I don't know if during the next year and a half, 2 years, if we're going to get to see Kyrie Irving embrace his inner muse cage, a la Kobe.
Who knows?
We see Irving Productions making biopics about how we're destroying the ocean by using too much plastic and fucking systemic racism and the African diaspora. I don't know what we're going to be getting from him, but I bet it's going to be meaningful to him. I bet it's going to be powerful to him. And I bet it's not going to be basketball related, Terry.
Nah, probably not. He's such a weird dude, man. He just needs a purpose, bro. He needs a purpose. He has, like, no purpose. He's just, like, doing shit.
He needs to start his own I Promise school like LeBron. But I promise not to read any books and to just come up with my own hard opinions on stuff without understanding it at all. I promise to have a bunch of hot takes and have a bunch of things mean a lot to me that I get really passionate about, but then can't explain to anybody.
Actually not do anything at all. Yeah. He's a strange cat, man. But
I advocated what I advocated doing for him if I was the Nets.
What?
I call up the Sacramento Kings and I say, hey guys, when's the last time you drafted a superstar? Chris Webber? Okay. When's the last time you got one in free agency? Mike Bibby? Or
in free agency?
Your boy, like, when's the last free agent they got? Peja Stojakovic?
Nah. I'm sure they had, like, Zach Randolph or something like that. Somebody recent? Like, super recent? Bogdan? I honestly have no idea.
This is my point, man. You've proven for 20 years you can't draft talent and you can't acquire talent in a trade or in free agency. Nobody wants to go to Sacramento. So your only way left to get a star is to trade for one. And fortunately, you have 3 point guards who are all really good who play the same position. Fox, Halliburton, and now Mitchell. And don't forget about Buddy Hield either. No. And the wasted potential of Marvin Bagley. If I'm the Nets, I call up the Kings. I say, hey, guys, can I get Bagley or Halliburton?
No.
Let me get Halliburton and Buddy Hield. How about that? Halliburton and Hield, a couple picks. You guys take Kyrie. Enjoy your superstar.
You know what? You did say something right. If I'm the Mets, not the Nets. If I am the Mets, I'm calling them up. But the Nets, no, I'm not calling up anybody. It's over for the Nets. Nope, nobody's going to take this kid. You think Kyrie Irving's going to play in Sacramento just because they don't have a vaccine mandate? Shit. Hey, look, if they trade his ass to Sacramento, California itself is going to be like, hey, Sacramento, vaccine mandate on all. It's over. Kyrie is done, bro. The stance is a little wild. I don't know exactly what's going on. Like, look, I get it. You know, all these people who say they don't want to take all these vaccines and shit, I understand. But this is some shit that's totally different, bro.
Listen, man,
It's not your same type of vaccine, bro. This is like
You don't-
life or death for other people around you in your life. Like if you don't want to, help out people in your life and shit, that's cool. Go ahead. Go on maskless, go in the crowd, come back home and kill your fucking grandma. I don't give a shit. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. If you want to dispute me. You can't. If you killed a person yourself and you knew you killed him, you probably would take the vaccine and shut the fuck up. So I don't want to hear that shit at all. I really don't. Kyrie's an idiot. There it is. I said it. Put it on wax. He's acting like an idiot.
Acting. There you go. Acting like an idiot. Got to make sure, just in case that honorary diploma for Duke came through.
Nah, he's
Terry, though. I understand the general angst from the public about how there are people who are upset that they're being mandated about being putting something in your bodies. You have the right not to put anything you don't want to in your bodies.
Yeah.
You also don't have the right to just work in the NBA or play in the NBA and not abide by their rules.
Yeah.
Kyrie, if you want to not take the vaccine and then do your Kobe, win an Emmy for some show that you produce or something, turn a haiku into a fucking live action anime, whatever the hell, then go, by all means, do it. You don't need to get vaccinated to do that.
Yeah.
That is your choice. That is your freedom. But if you want to be part of the exclusive club of 300 players who play in the NBA, you got to do what the other 299 or whatever are doing, which is get the vaccine.
Yeah, and I'm all for taking a stance on things, but you just, this is the wrong thing to take a stance on,
Well, he wants to take a seat. He doesn't even want to stand. He's like, no basketball is going to be involved with me. I'm going to be sitting down collecting my same paycheck for all these away games. Right?
It's so weird that he gets to get those away games. And everybody growing up, this will teach you something right now. Do not play in the NFL. In the NBA, you can elect not to play in the games, and they still have to pay you for the away
so
game.
Ben Simmons thought. Or so Ben Simmons thought. Terry, that brings us to the part B of your Kyrie Irving question. What the hell is Ben Simmons doing?
Hey, he's collecting
He
checks.
thought he was going to be like Kyrie, getting paid to do nothing for free. The Sixers are like, no. See, that's Brooklyn. That's trendy. That's hipster. That's it right now. This Philadelphia. All right?
Baby.
We stay grimy. We're not paying you a cent. We're going to take all your money and we're going to put it in an escrow account. And for every day that you don't show up, we're just going to deduct money from it until you run out, and you're going to check for $1.
It was not only that they weren't going to pay him; they were actually going to fine him. So you were losing money on that, and it's not doubled, but it's still like a tax. They're like, "Oh, you're not coming? All right, bet, fine. We're sending it to a charity that you hate. How about that?"
Fucking Aboriginals are better than the rest of us charity in Australia. Aboriginals did it first. It's the Kyrie Irving trade where it's like Aboriginals made the Eiffel Tower and the pyramids and the Empire State Building, and nobody wrote the books about it because they went to grammar school.
So here's the two things that make it similar. The Ben Simmons and Kyrie situation's like kind of similar. Both of them, after the teams already said, we don't care if you come or don't come, they're both like, oh, I'm not coming on my own. You didn't have to tell me that. I'm not going to come. They're like, we didn't want you to come anyways, brother. It's like, who do you think you are? You're not.
This is like, what, you ever break up with a bitch at dinner and then she's like, you know what? I don't even need you to give me a ride home. I'll find my own way. And it's like, yeah, I know. And you're going to pay for this meal.
So the girl like, I forced your hand. Like, you didn't make this decision.
No.
I understand exactly.
Hey, Ben Simmons, go ahead and call an Uber, bro. The bill is here.
Uber, Lyft, whatever you want.
As far as Ben Simmons, this kind of leads me to my next question.
He bluffed. He bluffed hard.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
You can ask Nerlens Noel about taking Clutch's advice and how well it works out for players who aren't bona fide superstars.
Yeah. See, this is where they get you.
Money.
This is where they get you going crazy, man. And that's why he wised up. I don't even know if Maverick told him to do it, but he was like, you know what? I'm going to report to training camp. I don't know what the hell Maverick was thinking. That's a lot of money I'm losing, bro. I'm rich, but damn, that's a lot of money I'm losing. If you start losing like 10% of your check and shit just because you don't go to training camp, you're like, oh.
He thought he was going to get this $8.5 million payment that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're like, no. We're going to put that in the escrow account. You're not getting no like intervals of payments. When bro.
Hey, look, they said, we're going to put your money on back order. Just like the rest of the country, you're experiencing COVID problems too. You know, just your money's on back order, but it'll be there soon, man. I don't know, the digital numbers just ain't working out in the bank account.
The direct deposit will go through as soon as Kyrie gets a shot.
Hey, Ben Simmons will come up to his house with a needle like, hey, look, bro, time is up. It's time for you to get this shot, brother.
Hey,
Ben Simmons.
But you know what Ben Simmons, he calls up Kyrie. He says, you know what, Kyrie? This is one shot I will take.
A 3-pointer. No, it's a long two. It's a long two. My bad.
Oh, man.
That
should be the name of DeMar DeRozan's podcast.
Oh, God. Long twos?
Him and LaMarcus Aldridge.
It was almost a 3.
They could have Kevin Durant on to talk about Game 7.
Oh, God. Isn't LaMarcus back on the Nets? Or is he? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So he got that whole health scare thing figured out.
But ultimately with Ben, I expect. I mean, he showed up fat as shit. He's gonna play awful. He's gonna do the James Harden, where he like stands on. He might even do like beyond James Harden. He might do the like John Wall Wizard shit, where it's like literally any time that he's not touching the ball, he's just standing there with his hands on his knees, thinking about. Are they ever going to make a sequel to the latest Star Wars, or is this just it?
And that's what gives the basketball players so much power. It's like you can just show up and be like, "Hey, I'm mailing it in, but I'm still getting paid, dude. It is what it is. You can sit me on the bench, you can trade me, but whatever you do, I'm going to get my money." So
this is what I think happens with Simmons.
Who gets traded?
Either he gets traded for like the Kyrie type of package I discussed earlier with the Kings, with promising young players and picks.
Yeah.
Or brings me to our next question. He gets traded for the next disgruntled star in the NBA who is ready to force their way out of their team.
Okay.
So, Terry.
Question 2.
Who is the next disgruntled star in the NBA who is looking to force their way out of their team?
I think there's a couple easy. What? Go ahead.
I was like, can I give you some nominations?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me some nominations.
I give you some nominations.
There's two easy ones I already know.
These are just off the top of my head. There was no research. All right.
Crack research.
All right. As a Hawks fan who has a way too deep team and plenty of picks and shit, all I've been doing since we were in the Eastern Conference Finals is trying to figure out how to get a second start. All right. So these are just names off the top of my head. All right. Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Bradley Beal.
Definitely.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, possibly.
Pascal Siakam.
All right. Yeah.
Domantas Sabonis.
Okay. That's it?
Damian Lillard.
Damn, that's the big one.
Zach LaVine.
Not good enough. No.
And the crown jewel of them all, Zion Williamson.
Yeah, those are the big two. The Dame and Zion are the big two. But then also, Bradley Beal's a big one because the Wizards are going to be horrible without Russell. They're going to be really bad this year. And then what was Donovan Mitchell's an interesting one, but they got the number 1 seed, so that's I can't see him being too much worse.
You know he's sick of Gobert, bro, and they've been doing the same shit in the postseason every time the last 4 years, getting knocked out in the first second round. I think it has potential if like all the wheels fall off and we're halfway through the season and the Jazz are in like the 9th place or something like that or the 8th place. Yeah. And it's clear that they're not going to win a chip. I could see him being like, you know what, enough's enough. This motherfucker gave me COVID. He started the whole pandemic.
He gave the whole NBA COVID.
Player of the year and can't stay on the court in the playoffs. He gets torched. I'm out of here.
I mean, you already know how I feel about Rudy Gobert. But I will say this. There is a conversation to be said that Mitchell was hurt. He got it, had the ankle sprain last year, and they could have went further if he was fully healthy. Because when he got into the games, at the end of the first round, you're just like, all right, Utah's clearly better than that first round matchup, and he was way better than who did they play? Clippers in the second round, if I'm not mistaken, that they lost to.
Nuggets.
Was it the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Or whoever they lost to. He wasn't 100%. And they probably could have ran through the West if he was like fully healthy, because he was dominating these dudes hurt. Probably 85% of himself, he was dominating these dudes.
He's a baller. Which I think is all the other reason why he's looking around like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
This is the ceiling.
Yeah.
The ceiling is the roof, and I'm standing on the shingles.
Yeah. That is true. So for me, the big one is Zion and Dame. See, Dame, he was talking a lot of shit when they got kicked out of the playoffs last year. He didn't talk so much during this offseason. Not now. He does, but he's a soft-spoken dude. He doesn't say a whole lot. His words mean.
Allow me to interject.
Go ahead.
The most successful NBA rapper, who said multiple times, has publicly admonished other stars for chasing rings and leaving their city, who's publicly said on numerous occasions and in his own music, I'll never leave Portland. I don't chase the stars. They come to me. I'm bringing a chip.
He didn't get any stars. Ain't no stars coming to Portland.
Whoa. Hey.
What? Cody Zeller. Wow.
Cody Zeller just came this summer.
The biggest star they got was Carmelo Anthony. That's the biggest star they've ever gotten in Portland in all the years that Dame has been there. That's it. Name one bigger name than Carmelo Anthony.
Larry Nance.
No, they didn't even get him. They got Enes Kanter twice.
Hey, they do have Larry Nance, dummy.
Who cares? He sucks. You love Larry Nance. You think he got all these great numbers. He sucks. He played in Cleveland. Your numbers look great in Cleveland. Who watches the Cavs? No one. Why would you watch the Cavs? Why would anybody watch the Cavs?
I'll tell you exactly why I like watching the Cavs, Terry.
You're just wasting your time watching the Cavs. Are you that bored?
I'll tell you why I like watching the Cavs. Because there's no other team that allows their star player to throw temper tantrums on the court for 40% of the game. Kevin Love does whatever the fuck he wants, but when he plays for the Cavs, sometimes he gets so frustrated, he'll take 20-second, 3-second violations. He'll post up and not get the ball, and he'll just stay in the lane. He'll be like, I don't care if I stay here until the shot clock runs out. I'm not moving.
You know what? I forgot the three things about Garrett. Loves white basketball players. He loves them. Anybody that's shaped like him.
Hey, that's UCLA love. He got you skinny now.
You're right, a little bit. But you love that, and you love a nice train wreck. You love a nice train wreck. You just, if the team is horrible, but it's all disgruntled players fighting within the team, you love it. You love it. I forgot that about you. That's why you watch the Cavs. I'm not watching.
People watch soap operas, man. Come on now. Hey, but you're right. That's enough Cavs talk, bro. That's enough Cavs talk. But Donovan Mitchell, Dame. So, excuse me, we're back on Dame, right?
We're talking about Dame.
What I was saying is after all that talking, after all that putting other stars down, some people ain't built for this and got to hop on someone else's bandwagon. You think he swallows all those words and goes to Philadelphia?
Hey, man, there comes a time when you got to smarten up. There comes a time when you got to smarten up, all right? It is what it is. Everybody changes. As you get older, you change. You don't keep the same stances. Everybody keeps saying, keep the same energy, blah, blah, blah. But do you really want to keep the same fight over and over when you know your team is shit? He knows his team is bad. When he goes on the court, he looks at these guys. He's like, look, we might be able to win by a couple, but we could easily get blown out. Why am I still here? I could go join another team. He doesn't even have to join like a super team. Just get out of Portland. Just go to Portland. Go to another team.
This isn't even a question. This is just a fake trade that I just thought up right now on the spot. All right? Let me reiterate that. On the spot, fake trade. Not breaking
on the spot, and I'll think about the money part. Go ahead.
All right. Damian Lillard for Jason Tatum. Straight up.
Straight up. I think both teams Portland Portland doesn't have a point, so they'd be horrible.
No, they have C.J. McCollum, and they have Jason Tatum.
Who's a point guard, though?
C.J. McCollum.
He's not a point.
Because Damian Lillard currently plays point guard. As soon as he leaves, he'll play point guard.
Just saying. I've seen McCollum. He's 6'3". I've seen him with the ball. He loves getting his own shot. That's it.
He does.
He's not a passer. If you get rid of Dame, you get rid of 7 assists. That's gone. That's harder buckets for CJ, harder buckets for Jason Tatum.
Hey,
Portland, wash. All right, we're gonna move to Boston.
If that happens, then we really get to do what I want, which is run the offense through Larry Nance in the high post. Larry Nance, one of the game's 5 best passing big men.
Yeah, we're out of here on that
one. Just want to reiterate that, Terry.
We're out of here on that one. Do you always forget that, like, when you play on a bad team, somebody has to shoot the ball? You know that, right? So as soon as he's going to get back on a good team, he's going to turn back into Larry Nance. Right now, he's like, this 2.0 Larry Nance. But if he goes to a good team,
there's about to be 3.0. I'm telling you, man. Larry Nance, he's going to get some well-deserved recognition this year. I'm going to clip that fucking clip up later and play it back to the season.
Christ. Yeah, we'll be the only pod that's talking about Larry Nance getting his recognition.
Yeah, for real, though.
Mark my words. Now,
I promise you that.
I want to move on to one other superstar that you were talking about. That'll be disgruntled. Karl Anthony Towns. And I disagree with the disgruntled. I don't think he's going to be disgruntled. I don't think he likes to win. I think he's going to be happy in Minnesota with his boy D'Angelo, and they're just going to stink it up, and they don't care. I've never heard him say anything about winning or losing. He just goes out there, balls out, and he goes home to his chef and eats food, and that's it. That's all I've ever heard.
I think that's a reasonable take. I think he'll care about winning and losing once Anthony Edwards lets everybody know this is my team.
Oh, you think it's going to be a little
fight? Came here to win. I'm the man now. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Anthony Edwards.
Well, that opens up a different conversation. That's just going to open up the conversation of Karl Anthony Towns doesn't like dark-skinned black guys.
Nah, he's Dominican.
Exactly. My brother came to town and he was like, whoa.
He was in line in front of me at the department store in New York, and I heard that motherfucker talking shit in Spanish about black people.
At the bodega?
Yeah.
Like, who's this 6'11" black guy talking shit?
Talking shit in Spanish. I knew it was him because he had that crispy fade, but he had the like wavy part cut in. That's why I was like, oh, you gotta be Dominican. You gotta be Dominican.
The part in the middle, the Dominican. Nah, Towns doesn't care about winning right now. I don't know when he will. The shit is ingrained in you, bro, to care about it and to not. He doesn't seem like he's unhappy about losing. It is what it is. Plus, he's coming off a tough ass actual life year or 2 years, So I think basketball is just his haven. If he is just on the court, I think he's just happy balling, bro.
I think he's been taking it for granted, bro. Especially being the best player on the team, all this other shit, center of attention. I think Anthony Edwards legit bursts onto the scene and is like, no, I'm the alpha man. This is my team. This team goes as far as I go. I'm breaking out. I'm not deferring to anybody. I don't care how many fucking middle names you have. I'm going to take this team to where they want. And he'll either get on board with that shit and he'll be a good follower like Anthony Davis, or he won't demand that trade, hopefully reignite some fire in his belly. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe Porzingis and picks, and he unites up with Luka up in Dallas.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
It has to be in a second banana for him.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave this question, though, without talking about the big chonky boy himself.
Zion.
Yes, sir.
Zion.
Now, Zion's unprecedented, Terry, because no one else on this list is on their rookie contract.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's on second.
Yep.
Zion is a beast.
Looks so, displeased with the Pelicans since he's been there.
Yeah.
First of all, he got elective foot surgery 3 weeks before the season started, and then told the GM. And they're like, he's going to be evaluated every 2 weeks, and there's no timetable for his return.
Ooh. That sounds bad.
That lets you know everything, how he feels about the Pelicans and their chances at making the playoffs, winning a chip this season.
Yeah.
Right? This is also the last season on his rookie deal before they have to make a choice about the extension.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's really fucking dissatisfied, he could say, you know what, guys, I'm going to just play this rookie deal out, sign a one-year qualifying offer. I got a $100 million shoe deal. I'm going to New York.
He could.
And I'm starting to think that is more and more and more likely.
So how long is this actually?
What David Griffin has done since he took over as GM of the Pelicans?
Made them worse.
How? It's like, Jesus Christ. Any person could have done better than him, whether or not they knew basketball or not. And
Dude,
so it's like the transcendent next LeBron. I think he saw like how LeBron wasted 8 years of his career in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Doing all that shit.
Yeah.
I think he saw that and he's like, nah, dog. I don't know if this New Orleans shit is for me, bro. I don't know if I want to be the next Anthony Davis down here.
I think that's what everybody saw, though, man. Like, the whole LeBron thing, the way it worked out, everybody follows what he's doing these days. You know, joining up on super teams and all that type of shit, and 1-year deals when you get older and all that type of stuff, 2-year deals. You can't waste time. You cannot waste time on meaningless teams not winning championships. Because when you're wasting time like that, you're wasting money. You can become a billionaire like LeBron when you win at a high level with really great players in big cities. And that's what LeBron's been doing. And that's what he's going to continue to do. And everybody needs to follow that shit. Zion's like, look, I'm not about to waste my time in New Orleans, man. Y'all ain't doing nothing.
And you know what? I especially don't have time to waste when I got bad knees and bad ankles and a bad back. And I don't know how many more years I'm going to be able to, like, drive this sports car with a, like, 18-wheeler engine inside of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I hear what you're saying. Hey, look, and do you necessarily disagree with the Zion thing? I agree.
No, I love it because it's putting pressure on teams to actually manage their teams well.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You don't have any more 7-year grace periods with rookies where I can just draft you and then fuck around for 5 years before I finally have to put a team around.
Bro,
no?
and
that's what I like about Trae Young, too. He was like, dude, this is year 3. Like, I'm not trying to sit in Atlanta and win 20 games a season my whole career.
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to put the pieces around.
Yeah. No, it's
that's
always
when we got Gallinari. That's when we got Bogdanovich. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you
Williams, Rondo made all those moves. Zion, this is him doing the same type of thing. Saying, all right, guys, it's time to win or it's time for me to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. Like, sometimes when these GMs, they do these moves, like, they don't see the whole picture when they sign these people. Like, when they signed Steven Adams, they were like, oh, we don't have a rim protector, so let's get a big man, blah, blah, blah. You're looking at one side of the shit. On the other side, Steven Adams is just clogging up the whole paint because he can't fucking shoot outside of 10 feet. We were literally just wasting space because Zion's numbers were 10 times better when Steven Adams was off the court than when he was on the court. So it's like these GMs aren't seeing both sides of the picture every time they get somebody. And the players see it. And the players know it. They just think everybody's stupid. You can't be dumb these days. It's too many analytical statistics that people see online easily. Yeah. You just can't do stupid
players
shit.
now are surrounded by smart people, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have their own group of advisors who see, wait a minute, your plan to maximize the number 1 pick is to bring in Steven Adams and Steve Van Gundy?
Exactly.
That's your plan?
And then here's the thing. In the 90s, one dude ran the league. It was Jordan. As the 2000s went, you know, it was like Shaq, Kobe, a couple other guys. Now, star player on his team, he can run the organization. You gave the players the power. They can run the shit. You got to be smart or they can leave.
Especially since you mentioned, Terry, like people took LeBron's, they followed his lead, started signing all these 1-year deals. Well, now everyone's like, wait a minute. These contracts aren't worth the paper they're printed on.
Nope.
I'm going to sign a 5-year deal and demand a trade in year 2. What do I need to sign a year-to-year deal for? I still have all the leverage.
And that's exactly how it goes.
Guaranteed money, too.
It's because the money doesn't matter to them anymore. This basketball money doesn't matter. Because you can sign a 1 year for 25 or 30. I got a shoe contract that gives me 30. I don't need to sign this super max. I don't have to stay in the town just because I got drafted. I don't have to stay there. They'd be like, oh, you're going to lose $100 million. Like these every basketball analyst from the freaking 90s and like early 2000s, they're like, you can't leave $100 million on the table. I can make $100 million in a year and a half doing something else besides basketball. So that doesn't matter. All that contract stuff, void. That's done. Incentives, fuck it. I want to win, bro. I want to be happy. It is not, you're not happy losing. No one is. I can't say no one. If you're in the highest levels of any sport.
Right. Ben Simmons and Karl Anthony Towns are just fine.
Yeah.
But everyone else.
I would say 95% of people that actually compete in a high level at almost anything, they're going to be competitive. They do not want to lose. Everybody wants to win. Ain't nobody they're not happy losing, bro. Fuck that shit. That's old school.
I tell you, Terry, I'm already having visions in my head of Trae Young throwing alley-oops off the backboard to Zion.
I mean, he can go to Atlanta.
Please get disgruntled. Please get so disgruntled and forced to trade.
He can go to Atlanta. I can see that.
As much as I love John Collins, I can't wait to trade him and Cam Reddish for somebody who's actually really good.
Yeah, shout out to them, but they're just athletes, man. They're just athletes. They're not great basketball players yet. I mean, you got time. Advance yourself. But that's up to the player. It's not up to the coach and the team. That's up to you if you want to be great, bro.
Yep. And Zion said, I am going to be great. It's up to you whether it'll be in New Orleans.
Exactly. Because how can you trade Anthony Davis for one really good player, but he just doesn't fit with a team. And then another guy who turns it on and off, every now and then, Lonzo. Now he's in Chicago. And
then you lose him to the Bulls for zero compensation. He was, besides the picks, he was the player. That was the crown jewel of the Anthony Davis pack. He's coming back.
Yep.
So the best player that you get in return for trading the best player in your franchise history leaves your team one season later with no compensation coming back.
Yeah, quote-unquote best player. Because Lonzo, I mean, he's hit or miss sometimes.
He's good. And then what do they do to replace Lonzo? Trade a first-round pick to get Devontae Graham, who wasn't starting on the fucking Hornets.
He got replaced by LiAngelo. He got replaced by Terry Rozier. He got, come on. He can shoot, but he's not a great defender. He just shoots, and he's 6'2".
Man, that's enough swamp talk for me. Talking about New Orleans. Terry, what's your second question?
Oh, you already know. Let's go ahead and move to the West Coast, baby. The best coast. What is Russell Westbrook's impact going to be like in L.A.? How's the trio going to work, man? Are the Lakers going to be an all-time great team? Or is it going to be this sort of LeBron and Westbrook? We don't know what to do with the basketball. LeBron and Westbrook look, man, preseason was looking grandy, but give me the damn ball. AD, is he going to stay healthy and play well? What's going to go on with the Lakers? That's my burning question. What do you think?
Man, if LeBron thought dealing with J.R. Smith was hard, I feel like if J.R. was the number one pick and won MVP.
Ooh, tough. Yeah, I don't even want to imagine a world like that. That's a horrible hypothetical.
We know what the key to this is going to be, Terry. And it is where it always starts. How many minutes is Anthony Davis going to play at the 5?
Ooh, yeah.
Because that is the only lineup that the three of them can work together.
That is true. And you've heard a lot of good things in the off season. That they, were going to go all in. LeBron said, I'm going to play a lot of minutes at the 4. I'm not going to complain. This isn't like the 2000s when I had to bang with David West. This is a new NBA.
Right.
Blah, 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 LeBron. I got to see you play the 4. And AD, you already know. He's complaining.
Yeah, I know. I just don't believe it for 1 second with Anthony Davis. He's like, I'm going to play at 5 all season. Yeah, for sure. No problem.
Yeah.
Lakers are like, we totally believe you. That's why we signed Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Did they still have Marcus Law, too? Or did they get rid of him?
Did he not retire?
No, I don't think so. That was Powell. That was
his brother who retired.
Yeah, his brother, and he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Can he take Mark with him? Is it too late?
Nah, I guess not, man. And Andre Drummond to Philly. Anyways,
hey, is it too late for the Lakers to send Marc Gasol back to the Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns?
Too late.
Okay.
It's too late, man.
Too late.
So you don't
Honestly,
think it's gonna work?
about the big three and their fit, man. If anyone can make it work, is LeBron James.
Yeah. Second best player of all time. Second best player of all time.
The other thing that gives me like a lot of confidence in the Lakers is that no one else in the West is worth a shit besides the Suns.
And the Suns are a little iffy.
So it's like, who else is going to be better than the Lakers? The Mavericks could be.
No.
They got Luka, who could be the best player in the West, but that's counting on Porzingis to be healthy for 50 games, which he's doing once in his career.
I don't think it's going to be the Mavs.
Blazers,
Nope.
nothing's broken right for them. The Clippers, Kawhi is out. The Jazz are a regular season only team, as we know.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are missing Jamal Murray. So who's going to challenge the Lakers? Even if they don't figure it out.
That is true, man. That is true. But, well, I guess if it's going to go all grand and dandy, then it's championship or bust. I mean, who are they going to beat the East team? Is it going to be that easy? It's never as easy as you think.
Whoever wins the East wins the chip.
You think so?
And I'll go on wax again. I think Milwaukee's going to repeat.
That'll never happen in 1,000 years. But I will say this. A lot of guys, they're down. The Nuggets are down, but they're dependent on if Porter's going to be great. Will they play bowl? If they play bowl, then we got an issue. You got to play a little bowl. You got something to talk about.
Talk to me, man.
Nah, I mean, you are right. So, some of the West teams is kind of you don't know really what you're going to get with them. I mean, even the Warriors, there's a little bit of a question because of Klay Thompson and stuff and his availability and all that. They got a clear path to be the best team. It just depends on how the chemistry is going to work. If they can play together, great. And if Westbrook decides to shoot threes only if he's wide open or not do it at all, it's more up to him than it is LeBron. Like LeBron can only control certain things. He can control almost everything on the court. But Westbrook is just one of those dudes. You can't control what the fuck he's going to do because his success isn't predicated on off-ball stuff.
No.
It's predicated on him having the ball and what he's going to do with his decision-making.
And I think that's going to be like the crucial thing for them is getting Westbrook going because Davis can fit around, LeBron can fit around.
Yeah.
This has got to almost become Westbrook's team, which is like a weird thing to say because he's the third most talented player. But you have to cater to Westbrook more than you have to cater to any other player on that Lakers roster.
No, that's true.
What does this mean at like the end of games, the end of playoff games? Well, what it means is they're trying to find a way to get the ball in his hands where he's attacking a slower player.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you essentially get a larger player on a Russell Westbrook?
Pick and rolls.
Well, pick and rolls, shooting, and this is a weird one for me. You got to play big. You got to play real big shooters. So that way, LeBron's dude has to go to Westbrook, right? Because otherwise, the point guard is going to be on LeBron, and he'll feast.
Yeah.
So that's what they got to do is force you into making a choice. Do you want LeBron or Anthony Davis on somebody who's much smaller than them? Or do you want Russell Westbrook with the ball in his hands on somebody who's much slower than him? And if they can figure out how to force those type of actions,
they will
win the West.
I think they will. I mean, it's just like it always is with a bunch of superstars. It's a pick or poison. Whoever's playing great, whoever has a matchup that day, that night, that's how it's going to be. Just playoffs is all you face the same people over and over. So they start to figure you out. But when you have dudes smart, you got LeBron, you got Rondo, Frank Vogel, he's proven himself to be a pretty good coach, and the players trust him. They trust his decisions. Westbrook, wild card. We don't know what the fuck he's going to do. He's just a guy, bro. I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to agree to it. I'm not going to say they're going to totally, predicate their time on letting him be, the guy or whatever on the team. Because LeBron has played with a lot of dudes. He let them have that shit for a little bit, and then he was like, all right, look, I got to take the shit, man. And
right,
I think,
but all those dudes could shoot. With the exception, I was just about to say, with the exception of Dwayne Wade. But what could Dwayne Wade do that Westbrook can't?
Defer.
Well, not only that, But even though he couldn't shoot, he punished mismatches on the block.
No, he
He
did.
had a terrific post game, even from like the mid post extended. Late in his career, he was killing people from that elbow extended. And Dwayne Wade, for his entire career, has been a fantastic cutter.
Yeah, he is. Westbrook is not a great cutter. I mean, he can cut.
He's not a cutter. He's like leading the league in usage percentage half his time in the league. He's
That
not
is
a
true.
cutter at all. He's not used to the ball being in anyone else's hand. And when it was in Durant's hands, he stood around and watched.
So you're saying you can't win with Westbrook as your third best player?
I'm
Now,
saying,
we already knew you couldn't win when he was the first or second.
nah,
But
I'm
you-
saying
you
if
win
you,
with
if you do win it with him as your third best player, you've got to cater to him. With all that stuff you were saying about LeBron and that he that's fine for him in the beginning, but then he takes over.
Yeah.
That's fine when you have Mario Chalmers who's in the corner, right? That's fine when you're surrounded by shooters. That's fine to take over if you can't play 4-on-5 in offense when the ball's not in his hand.
In his hands, yeah. I get what you're saying. Hey, look, if you want to double me with a point guard, we can do some swinging. I just think they're going to figure it out. Here's my thing. I just think you can't win if Westbrook's 1 or 2. But if he's your third, I think you're going to dominate the league. I think the Lakers are going to dominate. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be different than what people think. I think there's a lot of Lakers fans and everybody's like, Lakers going to win. It's going to be a totally different type of domination. I think they're really going to fucking dominate, bro. Because LeBron's not, regular season is going to be a wash. That's easy as fuck. LeBron's going to play 65, 68 games, whatever. It just depends on, what matchups they get in the playoffs. And the Bucks are okay. We really don't know what the Nets are going to do, but I just think the Lakers have better players at different positions than everybody else in the league.
Hey, why are you thinking they're dominated? Who on the Lakers besides Anthony Davis and LeBron is playing defense?
Is playing defense? They play good team defense. Frank Vogel's got the team.
No.
Individual defense.
Yes.
NBA, bro. They play team defense. It's not the same.
No. Who are the good defenders on the Lakers besides LeBron and Anthony Davis?
They still got Markieff?
I don't think so. I think he with the Clippers.
As far as guards are concerned, they probably got some sieves. They got some sieves.
As far as every player who's not Dwight Howard, LeBron
Dwight,
James,
Davis,
or Anthony Davis,
Davis.
they can't guard.
Hey, man, we'll see how it goes.
Can't guard. Wayne Ellington can't guard. Russell Westbrook can't guard. Who else do we have? Who else do we have out there?
Rondo
Can't guard.
Hey, we'll see how it goes. What, we win on defense these days now? That's what we do.
They had the number one defense in the league the last 2 years when they won the championship and last season, even though they didn't make it to it. So that's been the identity of the Lakers.
Maybe they need more offense.
Defense.
We need more offense then.
There better be more offense because I tell you what, there's not going to be any Alex Caruso perfect rotations. Being
you're right.
Like you guys were in the finals, where it was 5 players on a string connected. I promise you, with Russell Westbrook out there and Malik Monk or whoever else is in that second spot,
bro,
they're not going to be moving on a string.
Frank Vogel, different coach. He holds people accountable, bro. Each person is held accountable for defense. It's team defense. You gotta remember that. It's not pickup, bro. It's not like my man's gonna get pickup.
But you still have to guard somebody, Terry. And I know Anthony Davis is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Nah, he won't.
That's only because he's blocking so many shots because people are gonna be in the paint nonstop.
All the Lakers gotta worry about is rotational defense. And Frank Vogel has proven to himself from Indiana to now that his teams can play great rotational defense. That's all you need. If my guard gets beat, we rotate great, you're good. That's it. And if you got LeBron and AD playing the 4 and the 5, your defense is going to be great. I'm not worried about it. I'm not.
All right. I think this is a good discussion, Terry. I think the Lakers are one of these teams is like you could talk yourself into them having a disaster season, and you could talk themselves into winning the West. And when it's all said and done, I think they probably win the West.
Yeah, I think they got the West locked up. Because everybody has a hurt star on their team, so I think they got it locked up. And the Suns, I'm worried about CP3.
Well, as you said, Terry, winning in this league is all about having stars, right? And that third star is crucial to win the chip. So let me ask you, man, who's up next? What young player do you think takes the leap and could ascend into stardom this year? You want some nominees?
You can give me nominees, but I got a player in mind.
All right, let me hear it. Right off the dome.
LiAngelo Ball. Nah, LaMelo Ball is going to be great. LaMelo Ball is going to be great this year. Like, really, really good. Now, as far as, like, the Hornets helping him, to be a really good team, I don't know. It also is dependent on Gordon Hayward staying healthy, If he stays healthy, I think the Hornets are going to be good.
We have that caveat for every team that you got to stay healthy. You know what I mean?
Certain players, yeah, but like for them, it's definitely important that he is the guy. But LaMelo Ball, he proved it last year. He pretty much dragged that team by himself into almost making the playoffs. All right, if he does the same thing and gets a little better, like players should on their sophomore year, superstar, bro. He's gonna be. He might make the All-Star team, and the way he plays, his style of play. Shit, they might vote him in to be a fucking starter, bro. Remember his popularity, bro, on social media.
Remember, Trae Young started the All-Star game in his second season, putting up a bunch of gaudy statistics without winning games.
Yeah.
So there's a pathway for it as long as the fans are voting and you do a bunch of flashy shit.
Yeah.
I think that's a great pick, man. He was on my, super short list. I had an extensive short list, but he was on my final three.
Well,
I think he's going to finish top 3 in assists this year.
Yeah.
I think the Hornets are going to be a ton of fun to watch. I think he's going to be the leader of that team. I think he takes the leap from talented player to bona fide star this year. I definitely agree with you.
I think he's going to be like De'Aaron Fox's best year in Sacramento. That's what
I think he's better.
You think he's going to be better? I'm saying like numbers wise. I think his numbers are going to be the best De'Aaron Fox numbers.
No, the assists will be higher. The defensive impact will be better. He's better than De'Aaron Fox. He was better his rookie year than De'Aaron Fox is right now.
Damn, that's a bold statement right there.
Hey, he took it personal what Fox did to his brother, bro.
Wow. He took it more personal than his brother did.
For real. That's why he's better than his brother.
Yeah, he's got more dog in him, bro. He's got way more dog in him. I
love that pick, Terry.
I like the kid. He's a really good player. But this is what I'm saying, right? De'Aaron Fox's best numbers is 25 a game scoring with 7 assists, shooting 50 from the field, bro. He's going to be better than that.
No, straight box score numbers, no. That's going to be – I'll say that ballpark.
You were talking like analytics.
I think assists will be higher. I think it'll be around 8.5, 9 assists maybe. Probably more around the 9 mark.
Who's he passing it to? They got rid of some shooters for him, too.
Oh, they got all types of shooters around there, bro. The Hornets are going to be an exciting team to watch this year.
What shooters did they retain? Because I know they got rid of Graham and they got rid of Malik Monk didn't play a whole lot, but they got rid of him.
Yeah, they got Book Knight, they got Bridges, they got PJ Washington.
They got Book Knight?
Yeah. You remember the kid from New York?
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, he can shoot.
They got him. They got Ish Smith. They got.
You could have left that name out.
I'm leaving out someone on the wings, but McDaniels can shoot. Hayward can shoot. Pretty much their whole team, aside from Mason Plumlee, could shoot decently. You know what I mean? They don't really have people who throw up no bricks up there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for the kid, but there are a few other names. We're North Carolina biased, but who else? Who else are we thinking? Because we probably have similar names.
Well, I'm gonna loop it around. If we can talk about a couple of these before we get to my pick, all right?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna mention your guy, all right, while we're still talking about North Carolina. All right, still staying relevant. Talking about your team, the New York Knicks. I'm gonna go with RJ Barrett.
I don't like to put pressure on my players. I let my players, do their own thing. I'm a good fan.
All right, well, let me make the case for you, though.
Go ahead,
He shot over 40% last season, right? Mm-hmm. He shot with good efficiency. He improved drastically as a distributor, and he showed that he could defend in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
This second-year player, he was in his second year in the league last year.
Yeah,
Everyone called him a bust after his rookie season.
they did. Too much pressure. Too much pressure in New York.
He very quietly put together a stellar sophomore season.
Yeah.
And he's a dude who, like, if you read the pre-draft stuff, they're like, Jim Rat. Like, Hall of Fame work ethic.
Yeah, no, he works.
Basketball.
He works hard. I could see that being a good one. It's all predicated on that 3-point ability. If he can shoot the three better, at a better clip than he did last year.
Hey, 40% is pretty damn good, Terry.
Not a lot of attempts. I need more.
Pretty damn good.
I need more attempts, bro. I gotta have more attempts.
I think he takes the next step and turns into like a real player. Maybe the second star there that y'all were looking for.
No, here's the thing I say about the 3-point shooting, right? There's so many people that shoot 40%. There's a lot of these dudes that are shooting 40%. And that sounds blasphemous, right? But a lot of people are open as fuck when they're shooting in the NBA. My thing is, you have to shoot more shots. He's only shooting 4 attempts a game. And when I say RJ Barrett, you don't think knockdown shooter. When you think about shooters, you say their name, you're like, oh, yeah, that guy's a shooter. When I say his name, you're like, oh, yeah, he's not good enough outside.
He's not a shooter. That's not his game.
I know that's not his game.
That's credit to him that we're having this discussion about him being a shooter and talk about him as a shooter after what he looked like at Duke, where, Jesus Christ, did he make 12 threes the whole collegiate season?
He was just a slasher. Yeah, he was just a slasher. But my thing is this. To help the team, that's what we need him to do. The Knicks.
I see a young man improving, man.
No, he's
putting the work in. I see a lot of people who jumped on him after a bad rookie season or a raw rookie season, rather.
Yeah.
He looked like a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, though.
Let this Hawks fan go on record, all right? Even though we got a rivalry. Even though our teams don't like each other.
Yeah.
I like RJ Barrett, and I think he's going to take a leap this year.
Would you rather have RJ opposed to Cam Reddish?
Yes.
All right. Well, that speaks volumes right there.
Yep. Now, would I rather have RJ Barrett than DeAndre Hunter, who is the next player on this list?
UVA.
No. No, I would not.
Not at all? Not for a second.
Hunter was the second best player on the Hawks last season before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was.
He's 6'9", legitimate size, like Kawhi Leonard size.
Yeah.
Shooting 38% from three. Dribbling, getting to the cup. He was in like the 90-something percentile in mid-range shots last season.
Yeah.
He can guard 1 through 4 legitimately.
No, he can. He's a great defender.
I think this is the coming out party for him. And for all the people that are like, think John Collins is the second star, I like John Collins a lot. He's a solid player. But DeAndre Hunter has the person to like, has that potential to be Jaylen Brown-ish. Like,
yeah. He can definitely do that. I can see him doing that. The only thing, I mean, everybody knows he just needs to give you 70 games in the season. Mm-hmm. That's all you need from him. If he can give you 70 games, then I think everybody's going to see. If he plays 70 games for the Hawks, they've got the potential to be like a really high seed in the East. And everybody's going to see Atlanta for who they really are, bro. Because he's an excellent defender. Excellent defender. Like the defense I saw him play on LeBron, that limited time, I was like, oh, yeah. This guy's going to be special, bro. Because LeBron couldn't out-muscle the kid. And I was like, damn. Mm-mm. I didn't know he was this strong. And if he keeps improving on his offensive game, DeAndre Hunter is going to be one of those people we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, I love Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown, get out the way. Boston, y'all played like absolute dog shit last year. With 2 bona fide stars. I ain't trying to hear that shit. If you ain't winning, you ain't doing nothing. And that's straight up.
Straight up, man. Hey, I'm with you. You're not going to hear no complaints from me. All right, let me give you a couple more names. You give me thumbs up or thumbs down for whether you think they have a breakout year, all right? Mm-hmm. Anthony Edwards.
I'm going to say no. I'm not going to say breakout, but he will be more efficient. That's all I'll say.
Nah, he takes the team over. This is the year the Edwards team.
You're going crazy.
Towns goes to sit in the back of the bus.
You're going crazy. You're going crazy. You got to give me a little context on what do you think he's going to do for them.
I saw in the second half of the season a dude who's just like making decisions so much quicker. His processing speed increased exponentially to the point where, like, he's not hesitating anymore. Like, at the beginning of the season, he had, like, his bag that he tried to go to.
Yeah.
But, like, he didn't really, like, get stuff in the flow of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it lasts, like, 25 games maybe of the season. Anthony Edwards, excuse me, you get a mismatch on him, you switch and put a big on him, he's like, blinders, all right.
Yeah.
Into the cup, easy bucket.
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of this. Anytime he was, like, looking for all the little cracks in the armor the second half of the season, probing, finding the slower players, finding the smaller players that he could use his great strength and explosion against.
Yeah.
Just kind of like started being more intentional about how he was doing stuff and having a reason behind why he was doing stuff. And so I think like that just continues and his momentum doesn't stop.
All right. I mean, look, I love the kid. I really do love the guy. I love his enthusiasm. Dude's athletic as hell.
Not everything. He's like, if I was playing football, I'd be like the best football player who ever played.
Yeah.
He said he swims better than Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
He could be a pro baseball player. And then they asked him what he think about A-Rod being the new owner of the Timberwolves. And he's like, Aaron Rodgers owns the Timberwolves? He's like, no, Alex Rodriguez. And then he was like, who's that?
Jesus Christ.
So I love the kid's bravado.
Nah, I definitely love that. I just need his PER to be above league average.
It will.
You know what I'm
be.
saying?
It will be. It will.
Kid's a little wild.
It'll be like 19. It'll be something around there.
I don't know. That's a. If his PER is 19, that is a huge leap. Because his shit was 13. It was like around 13 something, 13.7, 13.8 or some shit like that. Like that's horrible.
That's the leap. We have an elite combo.
Turnovers, bro. He's got to be able to not turn the ball over as much. I mean, now, like, we ain't no crazy statisticians over here, but I'm sure after All-Star break, his numbers are a lot better as far as, like, turnovers to assists. But, I mean, he's a bucket getter. You already got D'Angelo Russell there. He's the assist guy. I just can't have you touching the ball, getting 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. All right? You don't touch the ball that much. I need 1.5 turnovers to maybe 3 assists. Give me something better.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that, Terry. I think it's a good observation.
Yeah, because he's not like LiAngelo, bro. I mean, he's not like LaMelo. I keep saying LiAngelo. He's not like LaMelo, all right? You're not a passer, so stop turning the ball over. If you just shooting.
Hey, but we saw R.J. Barrett's great growth as a passer and in the pick-and-roll game from a guy who I thought was unbelievably selfish his first year at Duke and his first year in the league. Yeah. And then last year on the Knicks, he averaged like over 5 assists.
No, I mean, that's true. But
you know? So it can happen.
It can. But he had the potential, though, because you saw his ability to pass somewhat in New York and a little bit at Duke. But Anthony, I ain't never seen him pass. I just don't want no turnovers. That's
who the fuck is he going to pass to at Georgia? or on the Timberwolves when D'Angelo Russell was out and Karl-Anthony Towns is sulking around? I'm going to pass it up to Naz Reid to take 8 pick-and-pop threes. I'm going to get the ball to Jalen McDaniels so he can try a up-and-under layup around the bottom of the base. Nah, man. He was like, come on. Guys, get up out of my way. He's doing the Kobe shit. He was like, I'm going to pass it to Smush Parker so he can miss. No, bro, I'm going to miss.
I'm going to look up, like, when you get your next nominee, I'm going to look up people who had 16 shot attempts and 2.2 turnovers, and it's going to be a small list. It might only be one person. I'm telling you. It's wild as hell, dog. And not point guards. It's not going to be I'm not going to look at point guards. I'm going to look at shooting guards. People who shoot and shit, all right? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right. Person number 3. We're going to stay in New York. Emmanuel Quickley.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I can see that. Here's the thing.
I can see him being better than Fournier, taking his whole spot.
Here's the thing that might deter that, though. They re-signed Derrick Rose, and then we got Kemba Walker. So you already know, like the GM.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Rose, Fournier, Barrett, Kemba.
Yeah.
Quickly. It's just too much.
It's way too much. And my thing is, look.
I can see that.
I understand the GM. And I'm not saying your pick is wrong per se. Like, he should make a leap. He's a great player. He just needs to get more playing time. I'm saying, I understand what the GM did by getting Kemba, New York legend. Like, I get it. But if you watched fucking basketball last year, you would have never done that shit. All right? I love Kemba, but I wish someone would just finish his knees off. Get him. Like, I want to see Emmanuel quickly play. Like, Kemba is not going to be great. He's got arthritis in his knees, brother. Did you not see that? Like, he's not going to be good. He's going to be wasting his playing time, bro. 30 minutes a game for him. 20-something for Derrick Rose.
No. The Kemba's not playing 30 minutes a game.
How about this? Both of them are going to play 25 minutes. Where's Quickly going to get in? We're going to have a small lineup to get destroyed again? That's going to happen again? I don't want to see that. Y'all
should have never signed Fournier is the problem. He should have signed Fournier's minutes.
I'm not worried about Fournier. Fournier can go somewhere else. Like, he cannot play. I could see coach's name again. Thibodeau. I could see Tibbs be like, hey, this guy sucks. He's not going to play anymore. Quickly, you take his minutes. But then you got a small guard and another small guard.
Yep.
And we're going to get cooked by bigger teams.
So it's a thumb down on Quickly. I think that's a good take. I may have been a little bit jumping the gun on that.
Quickly, great player, but it's just going to be tough to find.
Maybe next year. Maybe not this season, but the one after that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a little too early. I'm not selling my Quickly stock, though.
Nah, yeah. He's a good player. It's just going to be tough to find minutes this year. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Next up. I need a hero.
Ooh, interesting take. I disagree immediately.
Down. Now, Tyler Hero is leading the NBA in preseason scoring.
Means nothing.
Okay. Just check it.
Means absolutely nothing.
Okay. You don't think coming off the bench, he could get 18 points a game like Jordan Clarkson did?
I want him to be good. Don't get me wrong. I want him to, have a good season, but I got to see it on the court, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going thumbs up on this one. You're going thumbs down. I'm going thumbs up. I think Tyler Hero has a big bounce back year. I think he finishes in the top 3 voting for 6th man of the year.
Okay, so he's coming off the bench indefinitely. That's his role, right?
Oh, he's off the bench. No, you're not starting.
So he's leading. So he's leading the preseason in points.
Yeah, he's leading the preseason in points altogether. Not points off the bench. Points.
Oh, I got you.
That's very upsetting for some members of the Southeast Atlantic Division, apparently.
Hey, look, I love Tyler Hero, man, but I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Averaged more points in the finals than any rookie since Magic Johnson.
Hey, that's great. Sophomore season was horrible. It was trash. I'm not gonna say the league figured him out, but I think they figured him out.
All right.
Or maybe he figured himself. He's got to add a different, what do I say? Something different to his game.
I'll tell you what he needs to add to his game. Better decision making. Stop taking really hard shots all the time. That's his problem. It's not that he can't make the buckets. It's that he's like watching 04 Kobe footage and taking all those shots. It's not necessary, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, tough shot taker, tough shot maker type of thing. I think he has the potential to be really good, though, because he does take a decent amount of shots, and he doesn't turn it over as much as you think he does. Like, when you watch him play, you're just like, damn, he's getting clamped up. But he just likes to take tough shots. He's not the fastest, and
his layup package is pretty fucking nice too. I'll give that to Tyler Hero. He's got a nice layup package.
He's just got.
I'm going up. You're going down.
He's just got to find a way to use the athleticism that he has to work for him. I need him to be on the free throw line more. If you're gonna let defenders catch up to you on these cuts and stuff, get fouled. Shoot some free throws. What's his free throw percentage anyways?
I bet it's pretty high. I bet it's 80, 85.
Yeah, it's 80%. It was 87% his rookie year. I mean, start getting fouled more, bro. Then they won't chase you reckless like they are chasing him around like a hound dog because they know they can catch him. They can catch up to him, and once they got him one-on-one, they can make him take a tough shot. So he needs to start being a little more crafty. He needs to start talking to James Harden and see what to do. I need some more foul calls for my guy, man. If you're shooting 80-something% from the free throw line, I need more than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Especially as a guard. I agree.
Yeah.
I think he'll take that leap, though. I think he'll prove haters like you wrong.
I'm not a hater, bro. I don't hate Tyler
Hey,
Hero.
man, I got 2 Tyler Hero jerseys, and I'm not even a Heat fan.
You're also a white person in America. Tyler Hero's white. That's all. Nothing crazy here. Nothing crazy to say.
He's
Move along.
Hey, he's Keith Van Horn 2.0.
Nah, I like Tyler. I hope he's good, but I just don't think it's not gonna be a crazy lead. If he scores 18, he scored 15. All right, cool. 18 off the bench? Okay, cool.
18 off the bench. He has a Jordan Clarkson type year. That's what I say.
I think he's gonna start too many games.
No, he won't.
He's not gonna start any games.
He might start like 15, 10.
I was thinking 30.
No. The Heat are too good, bro. He's just not going to get minutes started like that.
So he's not gonna start over Oladipo.
No, Oladipo's not playing. Like, he's not even on the team.
Oh, he ain't on the team no more?
He's like fucking sick or hurt or something. I don't know if he's making a new R&B album. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's hanging out with Kyrie, fucking not getting the shot. I don't know what on earth he's doing, but he's not playing basketball down there.
Who's gonna start at the 2 for the Heat?
Duncan Robinson.
So Duncan Robinson's gonna start over Tyler Hero. And
Yes. That's why they just paid him $100 million, Terry. Yes.
So you expect me to believe that Tyler Hero's gonna make the leap, but he can't start over Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson is one of the 3 best shooters in the whole league. Duncan Robinson is
All he can do is shoot.
Player.
All he can do is shoot. This is a new NBA. Don't think of that.
And
Don't
he has
think of that number.
elite skill.
What?
Wait a minute. This is not turned into a Duncan Robinson podcast. All right.
Duncan versus Tyler. Who's better?
Duncan Robinson.
But Tyler's gonna make this huge leap. He's this huge leap.
Yes, Duncan Robinson already made the leap. He got paid $100 million, Terry. He started in the fucking finals.
No. I just think if Tyler Hero can't start over Duncan Robinson, I just don't think he's going to be in the conversation with Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball.
Fair enough.
Different conversation. He's
Fair
on a
enough.
He's on a tier lower.
All right, I can see that. He's probably with this next guy in that tier then. Darius Garland.
Darius Garland. I could see that. I see more Colin Sexton though. But I understand what you're saying. But
You remember those empty De'Aaron Fox numbers we were talking about?
Yeah, 25 a game.
I think that's within reach for Darius Garland.
All right, so this is a different conversation that we need to have. When you say leap, are we just saying like they have the potential to be a good player? I thought we were saying these guys have the potential to be almost all-star like players.
Yes, Darius Garland. I mean, if you average 25 and 6, you're on the cusp of being an all-star or an all-star.
Well, we just talked about 2 possible all-stars and then a dude that might win 6th man of the year.
I think that's taking a leap. Is winning a fucking NBA award. Is taking a leap. He's a third-year player.
I want all-stars. Is Darius Garland going to be an all-star, scoring 25 in Cleveland in the East?
They're not going to win enough games. But I didn't ask for all-stars. I said taking the leap.
To be great.
All right. You want me to skip all the way down to the bottom of my list then? All right. I'm going to skip all the people. All the people who are just going to take maybe it's not a parkour leap across a fucking ravine.
I'm going to just say, look, you can still give me the list of the dudes. I'll just say up or down.
This is racial. That's what this is.
No, it's not.
Darius Garland? You're saying a leap for me is a hot for you. That's what you're telling me right now.
Nah, I mean, you said taking a leap. I'm like, bro, he scored this. You think he's going to score 3 points higher? That is not a leap. DeAndre Hunter, he could be a possibly great player. Anthony Edwards, he could be a possibly great player. LaMelo, he could possibly be a great player. Garland and Hero, they ain't doing it for me. They're not.
All right. Well, then with Garland and Hero, I'm going to put some other guys that are going to be in that category. All right. Terrence Mann.
Thumbs sideways. He could be okay.
He's going to be
no Kawhi. So he could have a great year.
Patrick Williams.
Down.
Yeah, I think there are too many cooks in the kitchen in Chicago.
Yeah,
I think
Chicago.
He's not
got too good.
Shots.
Now he can make a name for himself in the playoffs though.
Yeah,
but regular season, he'll be all right. But playoffs moments, he can have some moments.
Tyrese Maxey. No Ben Simmons.
We'll see. That's a good one.
The starter for the Sixers.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We could talk about that one.
That's better than Quickly. Is that better than Quickly pick?
You just gotta think about rosters, and like who's gonna play, who's not gonna play. I can see Tyrese Maxey being good. Thumbs up on that.
Desmond Bane.
That's a close one. That's sideways. That's sideways. I can see him being really good this year.
Led the summer league in scoring. Going to a Grizzlies team that's in desperate need of somebody else to step up. They don't really have a number 2 scoring option now that Valanciunas is gone. Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't want to do anything but foul people, block shots, and shoot threes with that goofy-ass form of his.
Yeah.
And what's his face? I always forget. Dylan Brooks thinks he's the next incarnation of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he thinks he's really good.
There's going to be plenty of opportunity for Desmond Bane.
Possibly. We'll see. So here's the thing about Desmond Bane. I like that one, but he doesn't have the possibility to be that good of a player, I don't think. I just think they got too many dudes that want to shoot. They just have too many guys that want to shoot the ball. Like, Desmond Bane is good.
Thanks again, Grayson Allen.
Here's my thing, right?
All right, so we both agree. Desmond Bane, thumbs up. Might not be a superstar, though. Might just be take the leap, but not all the way to superstardom. Into a solid starter.
Yeah, but like a player like him, if he goes from 9 points to 15, that's a good leap for him.
Yep.
So I mean, I agree with you, but I'm not going to anything.
Last one before my big one, which is my pick.
All
right. Cam Reddish.
Now he has the potential to be great. It's just up to his fitness level and his, availability, and that's it. He did
as well.
Yeah, no, that's true. But he does have the size to like shoot shots like that. He's a lot taller than people that are going to play his positions and stuff. But the only thing I'll say is, if he's on the court and he stays consistent to his craft, man, he can be great. But you got to start backing up all this. You probably were the best player at Duke, and it wasn't all these other guys. Or you were the number one guy in high school, and you should have been the number one guy. You got to start backing it up.
At some point, it becomes hard to reconcile that and the guy that all your high school teammates remember. They picked Cam Reddish as most likely to have be the best player from their draft class ahead of Zion. That's what his contemporaries and peers thought of him.
No, that's true.
Now it will be 3 years into the season.
Mm-hmm.
His career PER is 7.
That's bad. That's so bad.
So would a leap be a PER of 12?
Nah, I'm gonna need league average.
League average?
I'm gonna need league average, bro. I gotta get league average out of
him. For Cam Reddish would be like Wilt Chamberlain bound. Like I don't even know. It would be moon shoes. It would be James Flight White taking off from the free throw line. That would be the leap that he takes if he turns into a decent player.
Bro, it's about time your sleeper pick woke up.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be the sleeper pick and scoring me 10 points a game and that's it all the time.
He's about to be a coma pick.
You gotta wake up, man. You have to, man.
And for him, it's like what you said in New York. I don't see it happening, man. As talented as Reddish is, look at who he has in front of him.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich, Kevin Huerter.
Mm-hmm.
Both right there playing his 2-guard position. DeAndre Hunter on the wing.
DeAndre. Then you got, if you want to go small, you still got Gallinari taking that.
You got DeLon Wright.
Yeah. Man, baby.
DeLon Wright is really good. If you slept, he was like the best point guard, backup point guard in the whole league last year.
So all these dudes are better than Cam. Wake up, sleeper.
Yep.
He's not. It's gonna be no longer sleeper.
Never for Cam. It's either you fulfill your potential or you're gonna be on a fucking 2-way deal and playing in Turkey soon.
We're gonna start saying the word bust around his name.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And so let's go from Cam Reddish a very talented, uber smooth, long, 3-level scorer, ideally.
Ooh, pause. Good.
To another guy who Trae Young is very used to playing with, 3-level scorer, tall, Michael Porter Jr.
Best pick you ever made in your life.
Michael Porter Jr. is my pick to take a leap this season.
All-star.
After Jamal Murray went out, you want to hear his numbers, Terry?
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. averaged 25.6 points a game, shooting 58% from the field, 51% from three, and 86% from the free throw line.
Jesus.
At 6'11".
Hey. Now that's a sleeper. That's the definition right there. Man. I mean, and if you think about it, that's an excellent pick by you, by the way. You know, all credit to you. And anybody else who has a brain, because he's a great player. And Jamal Murray is hurt, and somebody needs to take those shots. If he didn't hurt his back, he'd probably be the number one pick in the draft. All right? The kid's got talent. Everybody knows it now. And it's going to be a problem next year. I think what are you thinking, 25 a game?
Yeah.
About six rebounds?
Like, 26, 7, 3, something like that.
He ain't going to be shooting 50 from the three.
No, but he shot 45% for the season last year in his second year. For the season, he shot 45%.
Bro, he's a beast. If anybody wants to question him, and I know he doesn't have a lot of screen time, game film, and all that type of shit, go back to high school. Go to one certain game versus a man named Marvin Bagley.
Bagley dominated the whole game.
Until the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, baby. Michael Porter, fucking just dominated them, bro. Dominated Sierra Canyon, bro. And Sierra Canyon had a bunch of other dudes beside Marvin Bagley. They had like five-star commits. I mean, it was just Michael Porter and his cousin. That was it. What's his cousin's name or brother?
It's his brother, Jonte Porter.
Yeah, it was just them two. And Michael Porter, oh my God. He's a beast, bro. And if you want to sleep on him if you want to. If he didn't break his back, I'm telling you, this dude would already be like top 20 in the league right now. I'm telling you.
Yep. This is my dream scenario. If we don't get Zion, that Michael Porter Jr. in the absence of what's his face, the point guard, Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
In their absence, he gets used to being the second banana. He starts thinking of himself as like a legitimate fucking all NBA player. And then when Jamal Murray gets back, he starts complaining about shots. I don't know if you remember in the playoffs, he was complaining about shots. He was complaining about his role in the playoffs. Yeah. That's before he even took the leap and established himself. So I'm selfishly hoping he takes the leap. He scores 27 a game. Jamal Murray comes back and he says, wait a minute, there's not enough mouths to feed with Jamal, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and me, and Will Barton. And he says, you know what I want to do? Come on back to the A to link up with my AAU running mate that we won the national championship twice in high school, Trae Young.
Nah, see, this is going to be, and that prediction is ridiculously wild and biased by you. But I will say this. He definitely and finally gets to play with somebody so unselfish like Jokic instead of playing with Jamal Murray. Bro, it's going to be, I mean, we might be talking 30 a game type shit because he's going to have so many open shots because Jokic is a bona fide superstar, MVP of the league.
Yep.
And he could go back to back because.
So all right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Porter is the perfect running mate for Jokic.
So if you had to pick between one of the two, LaMelo or Michael Porter Jr. for one season, just for this next season, who makes the leap? Who are you taking?
Between just those two?
Just those two.
I probably would have to go with Porter for this season. Just this season.
Ding, ding, ding. Ring one up for your boy. All right.
Porter for this season. It's just it's a better situation for him. You know?
Right. I agree. That was a good question, man. That was a good list. Terry, what is your final burning question for this NBA 2021 season?
Well, you know, mine is sort of a tame one. Not a crazy one, you know. It's not going to be about Karl Anthony Towns. It's not going to be about Rudy Gobert. It's not going to be about anybody like that.
It's going to be, will anyone notice that they traded a Plumlee for, will anyone notice that they traded a Plumlee for a Zeller? Is that the question?
Nah.
If a berry gets in the woods and nobody hears it, did it actually?
It was between two things. I mean, I know we talked about it, but I'm going to say my other question was like, how is the NBA actually going to be like this season? Because all this COVID kind of came back after the playoffs.
No, we're not doing that one, motherfucker. We're doing the Bulls.
Oh, you want to do the Bulls one?
Yeah.
That was yours. Well, no. I mean, I did say that one too.
Yeah.
Giannis, right. Baby.
Well, as Terry is trying to get it together, I'll read this question for him. Terry asks, what do we make of the Bulls this season?
Yeah. What do we make of the Bulls this season? They made a lot of pickups. The DeMar DeRozan pickup, that was the most confusing one. Mm-hmm. Like, I get picking up a good player, but at the same time, it kind of negated what you were doing because you got LaMelo. I mean, damn, these freaking Ball brothers are killing me. You got Lonzo. You picked up Lonzo, which I liked it, but then as we thought about it, we were like, is it actually a good pickup? I don't know. Who's to know? We'll see. You got Vucevic at the end of the season last year, and you got Zach LaVine. Those three alone in the East should get you, 4 seed, 3 seed, possibly? We don't know.
On talent alone. And
yeah.
You got Caruso.
That's true. Then you pick up Caruso. Then you also have Patrick Williams, who you drafted, which is a fucking great draft pick. Then you also think they still got Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen was a great rookie for them. He didn't get to play. Huh?
Markkanen's gone.
What happened? He got traded?
He got they just let his contract run out. They're like,
what?
Suck. Yeah.
They let him go?
Yeah,
that's
I think
wild.
Pistons now or something like that.
Damn. That's crazy. Damn, I missed that one.
Either the Pistons or the Raptors. I don't remember who.
Just something stupid.
Yeah, he sucks. They're like, we're done with you, bro.
But Caruso, Lonzo, DeMar, Zach LaVine, Vucevic, Patrick Williams, that's a decent team in itself. That alone, that's a really good team.
Kobe White coming off the bench.
Yeah, Kobe coming in. He's got the offensive game. Like, defensively, just those guys that we named, defensively, they're all solid. I mean, some way better than others, but if they can play great defense as a team, they should be fine because Zach LaVine can score, Vucevic can score. When we watched just them two playing, it didn't look fluid. But when you add an actual point guard to your team in Lonzo, it should run over a lot smoothly. What do you think for the Bulls, man? I'm thinking at least 3rd seed. They might flame out second round.
At least 3rd seed. Whoa, what do you mean at least 3rd seed?
For the ceiling.
Oh, so
I said it wrong.
Most 3rd seed. Okay.
I said it wrong.
All right.
If they make 1st or 2nd seed, then that's the best case scenario they've ever had.
I think best case scenario is they're the 6th seed. We'll talk about that a little bit more later.
Wow. I can see that. Okay.
I think the most likely scenario is a play-in team.
Ooh.
When I look at this team, man, I don't see pieces that fit together.
I mean, we talked about it when they picked up Lonzo. But
right? You said that they finally got a legitimate point guard. Who?
What? You don't
run pick and roll.
You don't like Lonzo Ball?
He can't run a pick and roll, bro. Every time that you've seen Lonzo Ball be at his best, he's a secondary facilitator on offense, and he's the transition maven that gets their transition game humming. He's not the high pick and roll, Chris Paul, Dame Lillard, Trae Young, any of these type of guys that reads the defense and then makes the right pass. He doesn't know how to do it. He can't penetrate into the teeth of the defense.
So
he can't dribble.
So riddle me this, right? Riddle me this. The Bulls over under is 42.5, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking definitely under. They're not going to win 42.
Yeah, I'm going to go under on that. I'd probably say around 38 wins.
So here's the thing. Last year, the 4 seed, which was the Knicks, and the Hawks tied the record, was 41-31.
Shortened season.
Well, if they happen to play a full schedule, 42 games is still going to be what? At least 6th or 5th seed in the East. Nobody's breaking out crazy this year.
Well, I'm saying like I think the East is stupid deep. I think the East is much stronger than the West. And when we talk about the pieces, man, it's like, all right, Lonzo, he wants to run, bro. He wants to be in transition. DeMar DeRozan, he wants to run. He wants to be in transition. Alex Caruso, he wants to run. He wants to be in transition. Vucevic,
he ain't running.
Slow up and give me the ball on the block.
Yeah. But Zach LaVine wants to run as well.
He does. Yes. So who's going to – you guys can't play 5 guards. That's not a recipe for success in the NBA.
Leave Caruso out of that equation. Caruso is a really, really good player, but he's not on the same level as like Lonzo. Lonzo's one tier above Caruso, and then DeRozan and LaVine are like another level above Lonzo.
I don't with that at all.
All right, whatever you want. Those three.
Caruso is right there with Lonzo.
Caruso's a better leader.
NBA champion. He started for an NBA championship team.
He played with LeBron.
Finals starting.
He played with LeBron.
So did Lonzo. He was on that same team the year before.
Did they have Anthony Davis? No, different conversation.
You didn't say Anthony Davis. You said LeBron.
Yeah, but he didn't play with another superstar. It's just LeBron and a bunch of dudes.
Now you have to have LeBron and Anthony Davis.
LeBron got hurt. You know that. Don't lie to me.
Lonzo is not that guy, bro. He is.
Lonzo's better than Caruso.
They signed two of the same player. He's a better kick-out passer than Caruso, and he's a worse finisher at the hoop. And that's where the similarities and differences end, man.
Okay.
They're very similar. DeMar DeRozan, are you going to start, or are you going to come off the bench and take 15 mid-range shots a game?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And that's the mystery. And you can't tell things off of preseason because you really don't know what the hell's going on. Like, they always change shit up. All I'll say is if they get
happy campers.
Nah.
Look at that Bulls roster. I'm like, who's going to be happy?
I just if they can't make the play-in game, dude. They have to at least be at that 42 win mark. If they're at that 42 win mark, I think it's a successful season. And I think you might be right. But I can see them possibly winning 48. And I can see them being more on the higher echelon of the East.
I think they have the biggest variance of any team in the East besides the Pacers. I think
the Pacers could be great, bro.
The Pacers could both be like the 4 seed or the 10th best team in the East.
I think you're sleeping on Carlisle. Carlisle's a good coach.
He is a good coach. How I think about the Bulls this year is kind of how I thought about the Wizards last year. It's like, yeah, you have a bunch of talented guys.
You hated them.
Fit together properly, and I don't know who's going to play defense in the fourth quarter.
Lonzo don't play D?
He does, and Caruso does. Zach LaVine don't play no D. DeMar DeRozan don't play no D. Kobe White don't play no D. Vucevic couldn't protect the rim from a pandemic if he put a mask over the top of it.
I think you play Caruso and Lonzo at the end of the games. DeMar, sorry, brother. Great career, but we got to win. And if they decide to do it.
Is the closing lineup LaVine, Caruso, Ball, Williams, and Vucevic?
Yeah.
Is that a team that you see as a top 5 team in the East?
Caruso, Ball, LaVine, Williams, and Vucevic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being a decent team.
No.
I mean, they ain't going nowhere far, but
they're not a top 5 team in the East, man. That's asking a lot from Patrick Williams, and it's asking a lot from Vucevic.
So who's good in the East? You got Bucks, Nets, Sixers, Hawks?
Well, that brings me to my next question, Terry. Who's going to finish as the 6th best team in the East? Who's going to get that last locked-in playoff spot so they don't have to deal with the play-in game?
That is, you're locking 5 teams in.
I'm locking 5 teams in.
I don't think the Sixers are going to be that good this year. That'd be my crazy prediction.
I think they will be. As somebody played against them in the playoffs, they were better when Ben Simmons was off the court. So I don't think his absence is going to hurt them that much.
Now, that is true, but here's the thing. I think they're going to ask more of Embiid, and his body don't got anything to answer the question with. He cannot handle a huge load, bro.
Tobias Harris will gladly take 6 more shots a game.
Garbage. If he takes 6 more shots a game, the Sixers are going to lose 12 more games. Tyrese
Maxey, we already said, is a good player.
He's not a Ben Simmons level, though.
If
He's not a
Tybalt,
Ben Simmons level.
if Tybalt figures out how to shoot, he'll be better than Ben Simmons.
He's just a bad shooter. It's going to take him longer than 1 year
Well,
to become
you
a better
you
shooter.
count the Sixers out of the. All right, so let's say there's top 4. Then I'll humor you. There's 4 clear-cut teams at the top of the East.
And that would be
The Bucks,
yes,
the Nets,
yes.
Hawks, and the
No.
Heat. No,
Heat.
the
The Heat.
Hawks. No,
The Hawks are definitely a 4 seed.
who's the 3?
If the Sixers are who they say they are, then they
No,
can
no,
be.
no. You just said the Sixers. I can't even put them in the top 5.
The Hawks aren't better than the Sixers, even if Embiid doesn't play.
We just beat them in the playoffs, Terry.
Yeah, because Ben Simmons didn't want to shoot.
But now you're saying even if Embiid doesn't play.
Look, if it's just Embiid,
So are you putting Philly in the top 5 or not?
it's 3 caveats though. It's 3 caveats for the Sixers. If Ben Simmons stays on the team and plays regular, they're top 2.
It's not
If
happening.
Ben Simmons plays on the team and plays like garbage, they're top 4. If Ben Simmons leaves and they get another piece that's really good, they're the best team in the East.
They're top 3. They're top 3.
If Ben Simmons leaves for Kyrie or like Dame or even just those 2. If any of those 2 are on the
It's not
Sixers,
happening. The Kyrie shit, get that out of your brain because that's not going to happen. If you think the Sixers are going to help out the Nets, you have lost your fucking mind.
yeah, the Nets would be crazy if they get Ben Simmons. They'll be so good. It'd be ridiculous.
They're not going to do that and help out the Nets like that, man.
And you know what? I forgot too. The Sixers got Andre Drummond off the bench too, so that is a guy to actually come in and give Embiid a reprieve. So maybe I'm wrong. Sixers are still going to be top 2. Well, it's those 3 teams are really good.
They're not. They're,
So what are we saying? Bucks and Nets are way above everybody. They're way above the Sixers.
yes, the Bucks and Nets are in a class of their own. One of those 2 teams is going to win the championship this year, right? They're in their whole different bracket.
You
Then
said guaranteed they're winning the chip,
one of those 2 teams guarantee is winning the NBA championship.
and you think it's the Bucks.
I think it's the Bucks.
If healthy James Harden, Nets sweep the Bucks.
I think something switched in Giannis, and there's no going back. I think he figured it out.
We'll see. I think something switched in Giannis, not Giannis.
The nastiness that you mean? Listen, man, I'm not gonna let you disrespect my Hawks anymore, bro.
Go ahead,
They're
go ahead.
top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference.
I can answer your question though. Who's number 6? The Pacers.
The Nets, the Hawks, the Heat, and the Sixers. Those are the top 5. Here's the next.
No Knicks.
I'm saying there's a clear top 5.
The Heat.
Yes,
Ugh.
the Heat aren't better. Wait a minute. The Heat aren't better definitively than the Celtics, Pacers, Bulls, Hornets, Knicks, Raptors, or Wizards. You don't think the Heat are better than them?
Listen to me. The Heat made the NBA Finals, and then after that, everybody was gobbling on them like it was just honey nectar to bees, bro. Okay? Mm-hmm. And you know what? They were a 6 seed. All right? When they made the finals. They were either a 6 or a 5, whatever.
Right.
Next year, I get it. Had a lot of COVID problems, blah, blah, blah. Another 6 seed. Okay? So when are the fucking Heat actually going to become this top 5 lock that we keep talking about? 2 consecutive 6s. I want to see something good. Everybody going to be healthy?
You're counting their 6 when they went to the NBA Finals.
They were a 6 seed, yeah.
So you're saying they're the 6th best team in the East, but they went to the Finals. That's
They
what you're
just can
telling me.
never. They
That's
can
what
never
you're
see.
telling me, Terry.
I'm just saying they can never seem to put it all together in the regular
They
season.
did put it together. They went to the Finals.
In the
Terry.
regular season, dude. I'm not talking about the playoffs.
They haven't had a chance until last season or 2 seasons ago when they went to the bubble. When they got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler wasn't on their team. What are you talking about?
When did he come?
He wasn't on the team until they went to the bubble. Tyler Hero wasn't on the team when they went to the bubble. Precious Achua wasn't on the team until last year.
When
They got PJ Tucker. They got Kyle Lowry. What the fuck are you talking about?
PJ Tucker? What did he do to KD?
He started in the goddamn.
What did he do to KD?
NBA championship. He was one of the starting 5 that just won a championship.
What did he do anything?
On the court and winning the finals.
Did he do anything to deter Kevin Durant from scoring 40 a game on his head?
Yes. Clearly you didn't watch at all.
I watched. He shot 50%.
Fucking terrific defense on him in game 1 and 2 in that series. No one's going to shut Kevin Durant down. Come on, man.
Hey, Tony Allen did. I saw that.
Tony Allen shut himself down. You see that? Put a fake insurance scam out there, fake medical claims worth $50 million, trying to get a fake check from the government. Now he's going to fucking prison.
Nah, you good. You good. Look.
Tony Allen.
We didn't mean for this one to be a long one.
He tried to lock Uncle Sam down. He said, "Not today, homie."
Like I said, I've seen people shut KD down.
Who's the 6th seed, Terry? Out of the Celtics, Pacers, Bulls, Hornets, Knicks, Raptors, and Wizards. Who's
I
sixth?
think it's the Pacers. It's the Pacers or the Knicks. It's got to be the Pacers or the Knicks. They're the ones with the and it's weird to say this, but the Knicks actually have a structure for a team. They actually have like an identity, thanks to a couple of changes in the front office and the coach. They actually do have an identity for like an actual strong team to make the playoffs. And then the Pacers, they have the same team as last year, and they still made the playoff or whatever, the play in, if you want to say. And they added a great coach.
So you think the Celtics, no chance? You guys are not getting a home playoff game.
Who's their point guard? They got rid of Kemba. Who's the point now?
Schroeder.
No. Yeah, they're done. Hell no. You just added. All right.
Aaron Nesmith instead?
You could have said anybody but Dennis Schroeder. I thought it was somebody good, but damn, that's what you're going to give me? This is what they're going to do? What's the guy's name? Brad Stevens? That's what we're doing. It was like, that is the key.
Actually, you know what? Let me revise that statement. Marcus Smart is going to be their point guard.
Yeah, they're not making it. He's a horrible distributor.
He's not a horrible distributor. He's averaged like 6.5 assists for his career, Terry.
When you think about Marcus Smart, do you automatically say great passer, good passer, above average passer? No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Don't lie to the people like that.
He's the best facilitator on the whole team. Who on this team is a better
That's a problem. If he's the best if Marcus Smart is the best facilitator on your team, you're not making the playoffs. You're playing your way in, brother. You're at 10-9, and you know that's true. Don't look at me and say I'm lying.
I don't know that. I don't know, bro. Listen,
Marcus Smart.
They had the dilapidated remains of Kemba Walker out there as point guard, and they still made it to the playoffs last season when they played like shit all year.
But the East is better.
They got rid of Tristan Thompson and replaced him with Al Horford, who's an actual NBA player.
Yeah, but they got rid of a good coach.
Nah, he just moved like a step up. They didn't get They got rid of Danny Ainge. That's who they got rid of.
No, I'm saying, look, this is what they did. Okay, yeah, you got a formidable point guard, but he's not a great facilitator to make other players great. When the players on the team are better than him, he doesn't give them the ball when they need it. That's a problem. Marcus Smart. Okay, look, I'll give you this. Marcus Smart is a good passer. You can't be a point guard and a good passer when you score 20-something a game and you shoot the ball 15 times a game and you take horrible shots and you fuck up all the chemistry on offense.
He would love to score 20 points a game.
What was he scoring last year?
Marcus Smart? Look it up. I want to say 13.
I got to say 13. All right.
Yeah, I'll say 13 a game.
Either one of us is really wrong or one of us is really right. Jesus Christ, you're right.
What was it?
It was 13.
Hey!
And he only played 48 games, too.
Yep. Hey, that's your guy right there. But you got two elite wings. You got Time Lord on the block, who's as athletic as any big man in the league, probably.
I don't know. I just don't see the Celtics being good like that.
Yep. So, all right. I feel you. So your pick is the Knicks or the
Pacers. Yeah.
Probably the two best coach teams out of that lot. I think that's probably a good bet. I'm personally hoping that the Knicks and the Pacers meet in the play-in game. and we get like an old school 90s rekindle the rivalry between the Knicks and the Pacers, I'd like that a lot.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But I'd 6 seed Pacers Knicks. What do you think? Who you got?
I think
You having trouble with this one, huh?
it's the Knicks.
Okay.
I think it's the Knicks.
Yeah, we're in agreement.
Yep, I think Tom Thibodeau, they have their identity, they have their defensive system. I think they're going to be a top 10 team again on defense. They're a lot deeper in their backcourt. They replace guys who have no business being in the NBA with guys who can actually score. You shouldn't ever have to see Elfrid Payton again.
Yeah, hopefully not.
There's
Hopefully
no
not.
reason for me to pronounce the name Ntilikina under any circumstance.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't know.
It's like your team didn't get worse. You got better, and you already have a defined identity.
Yeah.
So as far as the regular season itself goes, I don't see you guys slipping out into the playing team.
Yeah,
But
we agree.
if you make that, then I think the next two up are probably the Celtics and the Pacers. Although I'd love to see the Hornets challenge to get in there. They were on pace to make the playoffs last season before LaMelo got hurt.
They were.
Oh, no. It's going to be a bloodbath at the end of the Eastern Conference, Terry.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a problem.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm excited, bro. See you later, Toronto. You're going to be horrible. Sorry.
All right, well, let me ask you then. This is our last question of our NBA burning questions that we're doing. Since you've identified who the top teams in the league are, apparently there's only 3 of them, according to you. What's the one team that you're going to be looking to hunt out on League Pass? Who's going to be your League Pass team of the season, Terry?
Oh, the League Pass team of the season? Just
Yep.
to watch games?
Yep. Who are you going to be trying to catch on League Pass whenever you can?
I think this year, honestly, I don't want to be like a all out there crazy person like I usually am, like a zigger and a zagger. You know how it is. I'm gonna watch a lot of Lakers games, but if I really, really had to make like a number one pick, I'd probably say the Warriors, bro. 'Cause I really don't know like where the team is gonna finish, man. It's just like a weird team,
I think that's a great pick, man.
Yeah.
They're on my short list.
Yeah, I feel like Steph is gonna go crazy again. It's gonna be another great season. And if I was honest with myself,
Oh, yeah.
if I was completely honest with myself, and me and you both live on the East Coast, I gotta watch the Sixers and the Nets almost every night because I don't know what the hell they're gonna be doing. I don't know what the fuck Ben Simmons is gonna be doing. I know Kyrie ain't gonna play, but I'm very interested to see like James Harden and KD play.
Neither one of those teams made my League Pass rankings.
So who you got?
Fuck what the Sixers do with Ben Simmons.
I thought Joel Embiid was your favorite player. Like, what are we doing here?
He is. He is my favorite player.
But I'm not watching him?
No, I can watch his individual highlights on YouTube.
Oh, my God. This guy is wild.
I'm not going to sit through watching this whole
You know what? No. Michael Jordan's my favorite player. But I'm not going to watch any of the games he plays in, though. I'm just going to watch the highlights, in which I know he's going to make every bucket. You got to watch games.
Don't give a fuck about the Sixers this year, man. There's nothing interesting about them to me until they trade Ben Simmons.
What about your boy Tyrese Maxey?
Ben Simmons, then I'll start watching him. But this, like, whatever the fuck they got going on right now has no bearing on what's going to happen in the playoffs, and I'm not interested in wasting my time watching it.
So give me an East and give me a West.
All right, I'll give you East, I'll give you West. Obviously, the Atlanta Hawks are the clear pick for this.
No.
They only have 10 national TV games. 4 of those are on NBA TV, so they don't even count.
So they got 6.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals and should have beat the Bucks if it were not for injuries to Bogdanovich, Hunter, and Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the whole league is taking them seriously. Everybody thinks they're a fluke. Everybody's going to be coming with their best shot to try to put them on notice and let them know that you're frauds.
The Hawks are a fluke.
The Hawks didn't do anything last playoffs but talk shit and win games, telling your New York homes, we're coming to your house to kick you in your ass and send you on vacation. And then they did it. And then they told Ben Simmons, hey, you haven't won shit since high school. And then they sent him home. And they went up to Milwaukee. And they were throwing alley-oops off the backboard in the Eastern Conference Finals. And then one referee had to put his foot in the way like Zaza Pachulia. And
that just goes to show you.
Hurts the entire thing.
Hey, look, what was the Super Bowl loss y'all got? 28 to 7-3, something like that.
Who could remember?
You just got bad luck, man. 28-3. You just got bad luck, bro. It's bad luck. Which
is why I'm not choosing the Hawks as my league pass team in the East. I'm choosing the Hornets. And It's not just because I'm right here in Charlotte. It's not because I'm surrounded by Hornets fans. It's not because I walk through the city and I hear the buzz building, pun intended.
That's not true because the epicenter's done. If you guys are from North Carolina, Charlotte just got rid of their biggest business attractor in the city.
Yep.
So that's what we're talking about.
Yep. And we replaced it with a gigantic Cracker Barrel.
Just imagine if, like, New York was like, all right, we're getting rid of Central Park and Times Square. They're just going to be gone. Those are gone. We're just done with those. We're building in something new. We don't know what it is, but it's gone.
Right. Kyrie's going to have a press conference. They must have fallen off the end of the earth.
But yeah, anyways, go ahead.
The team I want to watch most is the Hornets, man.
Now, they're exciting.
You pick LaMelo Ball to take a leap and become an all-star player. I think it happens. I think Borrego is one of the 10 best coaches in the NBA, and no one will know it because the Hornets suck so bad. There's no reason they should have been competent like the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They have no good defensive players on their roster, but have finished with above-average defense like every year since he's taken over there.
No, that's true.
Their front line last year was P.J. Washington and Cody Zeller, and they finished 12th in defense on a team that was playing LaMelo Ball and Malik Monk.
Yeah, I mean, LaMelo, he's sleeping on the defense though.
But for him, he's long, but he's a rookie. Like, rookies are never good at defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so my point is just this. They play for each other. They play hard. The ball moves quickly. It's an unselfish team. There's spacing at every position. They have somebody who can shoot. And they have explosive athletes. Do you see their backup center, Kai Jones?
Nah. Was he jumping out the gym?
Oh, yeah. Motherfucker looked like DeAndre Jordan when he got drafted by the Clippers, bro. You remember this combination of a fucking Ball to Jones?
Oh, yeah?
There's going to be a lot of them.
That's going to be the one?
They're going to be leading Sports Center.
The one the way you said, oh, yeah. It's like you saw a nice plate of just fried chicken. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kyle Jones. Oh, yeah.
You know, I've been a long-standing Ish Smith fan.
Yeah, you love him for some reason.
He's good. He just played for a bunch of shitty teams, so people don't know how good he is. He's
per 48
or something. He's still fast as fuck.
He's a per 48 guy.
Up and down, like
all per 48, all time, all team per 48. I don't want to hear it. Ish Smith isn't good. Don't let him fool you with his numbers.
I see Gordon Hayward, if he can still stay healthy, being a super impactful player, a guy who gives them a lot of lineup flexibility. And they traded Cody Zeller for Mason Plumlee, who's a little bit better than Zeller at everything.
Just can't shoot, though.
Yeah. So I think that's a team that improved. And they added Book Knight as well. So I just think they're going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think they're going to get up and down the court. They're going to score a lot of points. LaMelo's going to make a ton of flashy passes. And they may not make it to the playoffs. They may be in the play-in. They may be the 6th seed. But it's going to be a wild, fun ride to watch them on a night-in, night-out basis.
That's true. So you got on the West.
On the West, I was going to say the Warriors.
That's okay.
But
They're interesting.
I'd love to see the Warriors. I think they have like the most intriguing blend in the NBA of like blue chip young talent and older all-star players. They got 3 top 10 picks in the last 10 years with Kuminga, with Moses Moody, and with Wiseman. And they also have 3 aging superstars in Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Seth Curry. And we haven't even talked about Andrew Wiggins, who was the former number 1 pick.
Yeah, and a really good defender, too. He was really good for them last year.
Last year, he improved. And Jordan Poole has turned into a reliable player coming off the bench.
Good shooter.
Yep, and a bucket getter. So
Not
it's
a
like,
weird.
how do you blend a team that, like, you look at that core. The last time we saw Thompson, Curry, and Draymond Green together on a court was the finals when they were playing against the Raptors.
No, that's true.
And they still almost won with Thompson going down and Draymond Green not being able to throw a rock in the ocean, and with Kevin Durant hurting himself.
Yeah, no, it's always good to watch a team that can beat the best team in the league, and also they could probably lose to the worst team in the league. That's just like a fun team to watch. They're just unpredictable. Like, if the shooting goes off, you're just like, damn, they losing to Orlando by 20? What the hell's going on? And then you're just like,
MVP.
and then like you watch them play like the Bucks or the Nets, you're like, damn, they beating them by 20?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's an exciting team to watch, man.
But since you said the Warriors, bro, I'll say the Blazers instead.
I got no interest in the Blazers this year.
I love the Blazers this year, man. I love the Blazers.
Nuggets.
They got the reigning slam dunk champion, Anthony Simons. They have the runner-up to the last slam dunk contest, Derrick Jones Jr. They got the 5th best passing big man in the whole NBA, Larry Nance Jr. They got a blue-collar, back-to-basket, fucking tough guy that I love in Yusuf Nurkic, who's a throwback type of center in a league where they've all but died out.
He was below average last year, though.
No, he wasn't. He was spectacular.
I'm off on him. I'm off on Nurkic.
All right. Watch more basketball.
He was spectacular? Is that what you're going to tell me?
He was really good. When he's on the court, dude, he's fucking good. Their on-off numbers, you know what their starting 5 plus minus average per game for the season was?
What?
Plus 11. Highest in the whole league. Their bench was fucking trash. They had the worst bench in the NBA by some margin.
And they had all these great signings. And then none of them worked.
Last season. This season, it's like, man, it feels like a lot of talent is aligning. They're going to be better coached. They have Chauncey Billups coming in to galvanize the guys in a guard-driven team. I think he's going to get the best out of CJ. I think he's going to get the best out of Dame. I think he's going to help Simons take a step. I think that Robert Covington will turn out to be a useful player. Don't forget that they picked up your boy from the Raptors as well.
Who, Powell?
Yes, Powell. Like, these are all good players, man. These are
Powell's
all good
right.
players. And
Powell's okay.
who did they add? They added the guy from Charlotte, Zeller, Cody Zeller.
Garbage.
A terrific screen setter, though, for a team that loves to play high pick and roll. They don't play like the Warriors, where they run a fucking motion offense like Princeton principles. They
Can I
play
ask you a
high
question?
pick and roll.
I got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
I know the on-off numbers are great for Nurkic,
Yep.
but he only scored 11 points a game last year.
Yep.
That's not that good. That's not spectacular.
Defensively, they were shambolic without him on the court. Like, could not stop anybody.
Why did he only play 23 minutes a game?
Without Nurkic, they're like bottom 3 team in the West. With Nurkic,
What?
they had the highest plus minus of any team in the West.
Well, why did he only play 23 minutes a game?
Because he's hurt. He's hurt all year, except for
Well, if he's healthy. So if he's healthy, what are we getting, 18 and 10?
last time we saw him when he was healthy, they went to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, and he was getting dunked on by LeBron.
Yeah. And that's good enough for me, for Blazers fans. I mean, what more do you expect? You guys are not going to win the championship. Bill Walton's not coming back.
I don't know. That's just an odd pick. You do like big men. That's just an odd pick, though.
But that's why I want to see him. It's like, what are they going to look like? This team with all these like parts, with the Larry Nance part and the Nurkic part and the Covington part and Norman Powell, Anthony Simons, who's still only like 20 years old. You got CJ and Dame who both play the same position, and then
that's true.
By a rookie coach.
No, that's true.
I don't know what they're going to look like, but I can't wait to find out, Terry.
That's true. Nuggets are a sleeper for me, too. Nuggets. They'd be a sleeper pick.
They're always a league pass team.
And I'll say I'm going to do my RIPs. RIP to the Kings. I will no longer be watching you guys. It's not exciting anymore. I'm just done with you guys.
Sorry, Terry. Sorry to cut you off, buddy.
Go ahead. I
got a betting tip. You know, every once in a while, we'll have a can't-miss bet that we tell you on this podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't ever have enough money to put money in myself and make any money off of these, but they always hit. If you have some extra funds and want to line your pockets for the upcoming season, make this bet right now before tip-off starts and the season starts. Luke Walton will be the first head coach to get fired.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Luke Walton will be the first coach to get fired.
They love him.
First, take a second mortgage out on your house, put it all down on FanDuel. All right?
They love him in Sacramento, bro. They love him for some reason. I don't know why. He shouldn't have got that job. When he got fired from the Lakers, I don't know why the Kings picked him up so quickly.
Oh, you do. That 41 game win streak or whatever with the Warriors.
No, when he got fired by the Lakers.
No, I'm saying that's the reason the Kings picked him up. It's because of that 40-game stretch when he coached the Warriors when Steve Kerr went out for back problems.
That's years.
He did while he was on the Lakers.
That's years ago. Anybody could have coached the Warriors. The Kings just have bad management. They're going to be forever bad.
Oh, yeah. They're awful. But this is the last year of Luke Walton's contract. And if you know anything about the Kings, you know how notoriously cheap they were. They weren't going to fire him where they have to pay him an extra season to not coach on his contract.
No, that's true.
This year, he could be fired mid-season and they have an interim coach, and then they start off fresh with a new contract next offseason.
Free Halliburton.
If he makes it to All-Star break, he's getting fired. He's going to be the first coach to get fired. You can book it here.
Free Halliburton. I like that pick, though. That's a good one.
Thank you, sir. Didn't mean to cut you off, Terry. Just trying to make some money out here.
Nah, you good. I wasn't even talking.
Oh, man. Well, is that it, Terry? Is that it for our NBA preview?
Yeah, man. That's it. I mean, we covered about 2 hours of it.
We gave you disgruntled players. We gave you playing teams. We gave you guys taking the leap. We gave you what's going to happen with the Warriors. Are the Bulls going to be any decent? Who should you watch on League Pass?
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you ask out here?
We got it all, man.
And I only talked about the Hawks for like 11 minutes. I didn't even mention Tongwu on the whole podcast.
That is true. Oh, my God. You always talk about the Hawks. You love them.
Hey, you don't listen to the Bill Simmons podcast and like get surprised when you hear the Celtics get mentioned.
When he talks about the Celtics all the time, I just turn it. I'll fast forward it. I'm done.
Our viewer statistics has shown our viewers do a similar thing. Crazy how that works.
Oh, man.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.